She's definitely got passion for fashion. That's right, you heard it. She's very young, gotten into business very, very early. We're going to learn much more about her. Welcome to Crossover with me, Harleen Jabbal. We're about connecting brands. Let's meet our guest today, Gulsun Ahmed, Director of iGul Events and Fashion. Welcome to the show, Gulsun.
Thank you very much, Shelina.
Gulsun, you're barely in your 30s and you've decided to jump into entrepreneurship. Why so early?
I feel I had a mindset of being an entrepreneur at an early age, and this is the time whereby I have the energy to actually be able to run around, focus on what I want. I have always loved to be very independent. As much as I do enjoy employment, but at the same time I said, what can I do that I love doing best for myself? So yes, then I had the lead to go into entrepreneurship, yeah.
So when you started, I'm sure you've probably had some hurdles or some challenges that you've come across so far. Do you mind sharing one of them and telling me how did you overcome them?
Yes. Our challenge that every young entrepreneur goes through always comes to one thing: money.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, money.
Startup capital.
Yes, you scratch your head. You want this money, you have to think of ways on how to get it. You think of banks, you really don't want to, be caught up in that situation. And you say, how can I start something that, my pocket will be able to facilitate and run my business? Because when you want to do a business, you look at it in the long-term run. You don't look at it, I'll start today, then tomorrow, I have nothing, it has collapsed. So when you're looking at a long-term shape of a business, then you absolutely have to start with better capital.
So where are you getting this little bit of knowledge from? Because most people either jump into it or borrow money very quickly from a family or a friend. And then, before you know it, just like you said, they don't think of the long term and they're in debt. Yes. Where are you picking up these insights from?
Honestly, I looked around me and I refused to be indebted to anyone. So what I did was, I was employed. And then based on employment, I opened up an events company. So I did 5 events, generated my capital. I'll be honest with you, that's when I used that money to actually now build up my business.
I think that's a really good learning curve, isn't it?
Yes, it is. No, it is. Actually, right now, I'm very independent. I don't have to report to anyone or be entitled to literally be under anyone, because that money that I had was mine. And I went into fashion. Apparently, right now, as you speak, I am doing very well, so I'm very happy for that.
Excellent. Before I ask you about your fashion brand, you've just said something really, really key. I don't have to answer to anyone. Sometimes people tell entrepreneurs, oh, you guys are the ones who can't do 8 to 5, so this is your excuse. How do you take to that? Have you ever had that comment?
Yes, I have. I have been called... you don't want to wake up in the morning. I'll be honest, with business, it runs 2 ways. You have to know people because you have to know your customers and your consumers. So what happened was I realized I need to know people, and my people are mostly corporate and executives based on the fashion line that I have. So I need to know people. Right now, I'm back to employment. I'm really, really having fun, but I'm still running my business. Yes, it is my business at the end of the day. Exactly. It actually teaches you to be disciplined. Before I started working, I was a little bit laid out and said, okay, I had a lot of free time, but I realized based on the product that I have, I do need to know what's happening in the industry. I need to catch up with people. So yeah, but yes, I was told I did enjoy, and I do miss sleeping while I do miss those days.
So tell me about your fashion brand. What is it? You're making handbags. What are you doing?
I am making custom-made handbags, made out of leather, genuine leather with brass. Yes, I use brass to make my bag, hardest metal to be able to sustain. It's a lifetime material. So they're handbags. I specialize on women and men at the same time. So slowly, I want to, based on the demand and the good quality of leather bags that I produce. I've had quite a number of demands from people telling me, I want this, we want that, bring this, bring that. So based on, again, my consumer knowledge and feedback, now I'm getting in the right channel to say, okay, yes, I am listening. Absolutely, I am listening. For the first time was, okay, let me get my designs out there. They were appreciated then. I realized now my customers are telling me, do this for us now. bring this for us. This is what I want, this is what is needed. So practically, day by day, I get to learn what the market needs and want.
And you're making everything in Kenya, or?
No, I am making it in Kanpur. It's a border between Iran and India, so I've gone all the way there. What happens is I just go with my blueprint. The designs that come back are my designs. I don't like doing copycat work. So, and I don't want to clash with any other designer out there. And I would basically go to China, bring things in, or any other country, but I decided to go out
And give a good quality.
Give a good quality product, yes. Choose the material, fabric from scratch, coloring, everything, stitching, all that.
Do you have any fashion icon whose bags you have enjoyed and you thought, oh, I wish?
Yes, Michael Kors. I love his bags are exotic. They're very, very, very natural, very, they're well stitched. The design's very elegant. I mean, and his branding and his label. The moment you see Michael Kors's bag, you go, wow. I mean, he inspired me. He inspires me a lot every day.
Why is a customized handbag important for somebody?
Because if you custom-made things is usually, it's always the best for any consumer. It's like wearing a shirt, tailor-made shirt for you. It fits you perfectly, depending on the body ranges and sizes. Now, for the handbags, it's actually the same thing. Some people don't like big handbags. Some people love big handbags and they want space. But what is in the market is something that cannot fit up to what they really are looking for. So they just end up improvising. So there's a lot of demand right now, women telling me, wait a minute, I need this type of a handbag. This is what I want. This is what. So I try to bring all their thoughts together and then create something that would so belong to me, yeah, trademarked by me, and then give it back to them. And exclusivity I do offer because the highest number of bags I can have is 5 per piece. And that's it. And once the design runs out, that's it. I don't bring them back, yeah.
So Gulsun, as a lady, you're your own boss. I know there's so many girls watching this. What kind of advice would you give them in this ruthless world of business?
It's tough.
Okay.
But at the same time, I can say it's manageable. As what you say, every girl out there has something that we can do different and bring out and bring the best out of ourselves. And the advice I have for young generation, young girls out there is they should never lose hope. Everything is possible. If you don't have a plan A, then go for a plan B. But just never give up. You want to do something, wake up every morning and have the dream and achieve it. Everything is possible. Nothing is impossible.
What about the girls in Kenya? What do you think is the scene for them? Do you see that they're aspiring for more? And then when it comes to fashion as well, is the taste or the appetite growing now for good things?
Yes, there is actually appetite for growth in fashion at the moment. And basically people are becoming, young girls, young men are becoming to be more natural than rather taking what the Western world is giving us. People are recreating new things every day. Apparently, currently, I realize that we have come to appreciate our African prints, our African materials, which is very, very good for fashion. We are bringing it back to us, ourselves, than, you know, trying to imitate what other countries are doing or wearing. So yes, there is actually a lot of demand. There's that thirst for good fashion out.
And being yourself, you know, being true to the roots.
Exactly. Wear what makes you comfortable, wear what makes you funky, wear what makes you happy, wear what makes you project the best out of you, you know, whether you're at work, whether you're out with friends, or whether you're, again, at home. Fashion is all about what do you want to do? I mean, how do you want it? It's you, exactly. You need to own it. And yes, there's a lot of fast, and wow, I'm pretty much impressed with what's happening in Kenya right now.
So what's the kind of business vision you have for yourself? Where do you see yourself, say, 5 or even 10 years from now?
I am looking to be a complete house fashion, whereby I can have bags and incorporate it same with apparels, because I want to bring the urban life to life in Kenya again, whereby if you wear leather, then you do leather all the way. Wow. Yes, so if you're doing leather handbags, then I can literally take your shirt and then give you a little bit of hiccups of leather all over. So you don't have to wear leather and then you're wearing other materials and you don't look, because leather is rich. It has its own taste. in people. And you know, the fact that a lot of people say, oh, leather is expensive, leather is this, leather is that, but it's something that you'll have it for a lifetime. So I'm trying to incorporate a whole house of fashion for myself, whereby, and then way later, you do handbags, apparels, shoes. Yeah.
I think I'm really looking forward to your shoe collection if you ever go into it. If you're speaking so passionately about your handbag, I'm just imagining what will happen with the shoe.
They'll be beautiful. One thing I can tell you, they'll be very unique, exclusive, but my clients will love it. Just like as much as the way my handbags are doing so well right now, and there's a lot of pressure from my side. My customers are coming back telling me we want more, so which is very, very good. Yes, so definitely for shoes, I've had quite a number of requests from women and men, and I said I will put into thought, because with everything that you wear, Harleen, trust me, it has to fit you perfect. So, and as a fashion designer, you don't jump to do things that at the end of the day you're going to lose customers. Every person that purchases from me has to come back again for more. So that's where I get my dedication, that's where I get my devotion, and that's where I want to take my time to grow my business in the right way, so that I can be able to maintain my customers for as long as they're with me.
So Gulsun, I've come to the final question.
Yes.
What has been your crossover moment so far in your professional career?
Wow. I would say the fact that I have defined myself, I have found myself, and I am where I've always wanted to be from a very early age of 7. I always wanted to do, I loved fashion. I have taste for beautiful things, and I said, one day, I want to be up there. One day, I want to be a fashion designer. One day, I want to be composed and be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. I've always seen myself on that line, and I think I'm treading on the right path.
I wish you all the very best. Looking forward to having you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you too have been inspired just like me. If she started dreaming about this at the age of 7, just imagine what's going to happen next. Keep following us on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. This is Crossover with me, Harleen Jabbal, and we are about connecting brands.